What's going on, guys? Hey, so I'm Rance Rob.
And I'm Jovanna.
And we are the host of Undivorcewitable
Podcast.
I'm going to start calling it the world's #1 marriage and relationship podcast.
Yes, you know, speaking in existence.
Big on forecasting. So, this is a segment that we're doing. We get questions about relationship stuff all the time. So, not only do we have a Facebook group, Undivorcewitable, that you can join if you listen. You can ask questions there, but we also have opened up our email, undivorcewitable@gmail.com, so that you may ask a question privately. So any question that we get, we are not going to drop your name or do anything like that.
Nah, we ain't doing it like that.
So we don't want to make you think that we are going to just put all your business on Front Street. So names are protected, so nobody's names are getting dropped, but we will ask the question and try to answer it, because the last thing we want is for your spouse to see this video or any video that we do and decide they want to break up with you because you asked a question that was personal.
Yeah.
All right. So we got a question earlier this week. I wanted to address it. We didn't want you to feel like we were going to leave you out. So I'm going to go ahead and read it, and we can talk about it.
Let's hear it.
So the person wrote, "Hey, Rance and Jovanna, my name is, once again, Protected. One of your listeners suggested your podcast to me about a month ago. Whoever that was, thank you.
Thank you.
And I love y'all's vibe.
Aww.
I saw that you guys take questions, so I'm taking the leap, and I'm hoping to hear back. Okay. You seem so happy and like you get along. My wife and I used to seem like we were the best of friends, but between work and becoming parents, we've lost that. How do we get it back?"
That's a good one. Okay.
That is a good question.
That is. So,
first thing you got to do is get rid of your kids.
That is number one.
Just, put them up for adoption, throw them in a foster home. Obviously, they're the common denominator between what's breaking y'all up.
And work. So quit your job and get rid of your kids.
Might as well.
Yeah.
What do you got to lose?
Nah, but seriously, I think one thing is, you said that you used to be the best of friends. And that's the thing. It's so easy when you have work and the seriousness of life, bills and different things that affect you and that can affect your mood. I believe that it's very important to keep that friendship. So, I love making Rance laugh. So, anybody who knows Rance personally, he is just a naturally funny person. And it's hard to make him laugh. So, if I can make Rance laugh, that's a big deal to me, because it's not easy to make him laugh. But I just feel like you just want to keep that friendship. You want to keep that happiness as much as you can, where you can connect. So even if it's you guys are doing something, or folding clothes or getting ready for bed, and you just want to say something, the power of laughter is it's very powerful, and it can really connect you guys and bring you guys back together. So I think that, and I realize everybody's not funny, but you can share maybe a funny story or something, or share something on Facebook that made you laugh.
And it's not even, sometimes you have to work backwards though. You sometimes got to be cerebral about it and really think about, without blaming or without getting upset if you can, work backwards. What are some of the things that you have lost that you guys used to do?
Yeah.
Was it sharing music? Depending on when you got together, what were some of the songs, some of the music? What was the vibe like when y'all started kicking it, when you were at that friend stage and then life got serious?
Yeah.
Just be a little scientific with it and think about some of the stuff that you guys used to do. Time changes, time moves on, people change, tastes change. But if there's still some common things that you guys, you have in common, but it's just that outside forces and situations have gotten in the way.
Right.
Try to get back to those. The funny stories, or if your wife feels left out because she feels like you don't share your life, get back to sharing. And so I like what you said about the folding clothes. Or it's something you guys both got to do. If it's become a chore that she feels she's the only one doing, you can solve two problems right there. Yeah. One, you're helping her out with a chore,
which means a lot to women.
and 2, you guys are connecting. So since you weren't extremely specific in the email as to some of the examples of like what has taken you from friendship to not being friends. For all we know, one of y'all was Facebook cheating in the DMs or something.
Oh my gosh!
We don't know. There's so many things, and so just really work backwards. Start from the point where you notice things changed, and try to move it back, and try to include your spouse in that.
Right. Yeah. And and even though kids can take up so much and consume so much of your time, but I think that another thing that's important is carving out that time for you guys. So even if you can have the opportunity of going out to lunch together, just to have those reconnecting moments, because the more you reconnect and you purposefully reconnect with each other, then it'll be easy. It'll be easy to do it. We're very busy people, and we don't necessarily get to go out as much as we would like to with each other, just the two of us, because of our kids and everything else that we do. But we make it a point to, have our shows together and to spend like bits of quality time throughout our days, throughout our weeks, to reconnect with one another.
Yeah, and lastly, before you guys, you just try to rub on my chest.
I kind of poked you, so I was just trying to, I didn't know if my nail hurt you, so I was trying to.
You feeling the arm right there?
I love it.
Anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Back to brass tacks. So, one thing we do want to say is take as much time to get back together.
Yeah.
To figure out what the issues are, include each other, work together on it, and see what you can do. See if it's something that's not so serious. It's just that time has gotten in the way. Never let your children, never let your work and all that stuff affect your relationship, because if all those things fade, you two got each other.
Right.
And so either you got each other or you got divorce lawyers. So,
and no divorce lawyers.
Yeah, because we are undivorcewitable.
Yeah.
That's not just us. We want that for the whole nation.
Yeah.
Especially all of our listeners, those who are married, those who are getting married, undivorcewitable. So, yeah, if you guys got more questions, hopefully we can answer.
And hopefully that we answered your question. If we didn't, if you want to, go further with it, dig a little deeper. Again.
But we probably won't put it back on here. We'll just reply it back to you. But,
exactly. But we hope that we answered your question, and we hope that helps.
Yep. So until next time.
All right.
Peace.
Deuces.